Why, hello, welcome back to City Skylines 2. Today, we will be reconstructing the entrance ramp of the bridge. We're also going to redo the bridge. I feel like we're going to have a little bit more population than I intended when building this city. So, it'll be a bit of a process. We're going to also make a new interchange as well at the end of the bridge. We're going to kind of destroy a little bit of things, or maybe a lot, we'll see. But yes, with that being said, let's get into the video. So here we are back in the city of Davesport, and there are a little things that are changed, a little bit more different things that should change. One of them being, since the last video when we made the subway, I had placed 2 stations in this section over here since the corridor or the length between 2 stations were a bit too long from here to the center of here all the way down to here. Adding this center or this second platform by shifting, it used to be over here, so shifting it over was the honestly better decision that I can do here, just because the gap was far too great, and it's a good spacing distance really. And next to be said here, we are going to be working on the bridge here. I had destroyed this, or not destroyed, but tested out a little piece of the bridge here. I want to try to use the Golden Gate Bridge. Maybe I'll use a different bridge until the Bridges and Ports pack comes out. Maybe it comes with a new bridge, we'll find out. But I want to use this bridge for now. They are joined together. The good thing about having the bridges separated were that the highways could easily merge through here, but making it together, it was fine. It was a nice bridge. It's tall, it can be seen over the buildings, which is what I wanted. These ones seemed a little bit too short, because with the new China pack, or the Chinese pack out, this bridge seems very minor, like very tiny compared to the now tallest building, the Skyline Palace. It was far too small, so having this one here gives it a little bit more scale. It's a little bit, but this is a really tall building. A really interesting building that we can use. I want to try to build this area over here when the Northeast American pack comes out. So that's what I'm saving this area for, until we get there. But for now, we're going to be placing this bridge and building a whole new interchange here. Because if there's one thing I like doing, is making interchanges after bridges. And this one just felt lackluster. It was very lackluster. It was all out of whack, all out of range. So we're gonna fix up this area a bit. But also, thank you guys for those of you that come to the stream. We do have some fun over there. We were building and detailing this area down here, making a nice little downtown area around the station and whatnot. We also, I should mention this spot down here, this underground, we fixed this up. It's inspired by one of the worst junctions in New York City, the DeKalb Junction, which I'll have an image displayed here. It is by far the most confusing junction, set with a bunch of limiting factors, but it seemed warranted, to be honest. I just liked having it. But also, we also did some other things, which I will do in a future video as well. Placing stations in the ground and having different underground little tunnel lines passing through here. This is also fun. So we can also get to that later in a different video when we start to go to the downtown area over here to build the trains, because over here all lines are express and local routes. So this is what we're going to do for over here, similar to that line over there. And yes, thank you guys for coming to the stream. It's always fun over there, fun having you. Oh, with that being said, let's get into the video. Before I begin, I wanted to make some homages to the interchanges that I wanted to make here. There are certain bridges that have very large complexes at their, not even base, but near the top. And I kind of wanted to show some of them off so we can get a little bit of inspiration of what we're going to do today. So let me show you some. The first one being the Verrazano Narrows Bridge. This one is located in Brooklyn, connecting Staten Island together with Brooklyn. And I want to focus specifically or strictly on the Brooklyn side. You can see here that the complex here, it does take up a little bit of space, not much honestly for its size, but it does make almost all interchanges except for the roads coming backwards to the Belts Parkway, which is down here. The reason being it doesn't do this connection is because the road over here makes basically no more exits until the very end, which is where it meets back up. So there's no need for an interchange to go back here and wrap back this way. But this is one of the better ones. It's a nice interchange. It's got a nice height to it. And it's a good way to take a little instance off of it. Just because it looks very similar to the San Francisco or Golden Gate Bridge. This is the longest suspension bridge in America, by the way. The Verrazano Narrows. I can never say that correctly. Oh my goodness. Verrazano Narrows Bridge. The next one, going further down in Brooklyn, in Manhattan, is the, well, Brooklyn Bridge. The Brooklyn Bridge also makes connections at the very end. This bridge is also a very low clearance. It is not a suspension bridge, by the way. This is a hybrid bridge. Half cable stayed, half suspension. So it's not full suspension. And it does connect to both sides, both east and west, or north and south sides. This is FDR north and south. But also connecting back onto the street itself, which clearly ours won't do this because it is a highway, so we're going to keep it as a highway standard. But yeah, these are very nice examples. The other ones don't really do this as much. Only one that also does it is the Williamsburg Bridge, this bridge here. But this bridge just goes straight to the highway and only one side. It does connect to the other one, but you have to go through a series of traffic lights to get down here. But yeah, it's a process of different ways or different interchanges you can go through with all these bridges. But yeah, those are a little bit of some inspiration that I wanted to use to continue back the bridge that we're going to, which is going to be over here. We're going to do this over here. We'll focus on this portion over here once we start to get into downtown, or the main downtown area over here, which I'm saving for the North America region pack. And now we can officially begin. We're going to speed build this one as per usual. It's a little what our daily thing will be, but it'll be an interchange that we're going to remove a bunch of exits. We're also going to shift over the bridge over here. And lastly, the main thing that I want to do is just have a bunch of, I wouldn't say loops, there will be some loops wrapping around, but I want to have some ways of shortening traffic. I don't want the cars to come all the way down here to turn around, to come all the way around, all the way back up. We're gonna shorten that distance by literal half, if not more if we can. Same thing with here. We don't want to go all the way across here, go all the way here, come all the way around to go up. We're gonna make it short, a short little ramp instead. So let's begin. Okay, so let's do a brief pause here. This is phase 1 of the entire project. The next step is to connect the lower level or the lower highway to these 2 chambers here. The thing with this is it has to split up twice again. So once they merge, have to split up again to form the southern branch and the northern branch. Same with the opposite side. Well, this opposite side will be a lot easier, so you could just wrap around and go across, and this can merge through here. However, the only issue is that we have this large pillar between here. So it's going to have to be split up or divided into 2. But there's also another idea of putting this in a little tunnel, running this under and then popping it back out. But we'll see about that. That will be a little bit of an issue, but we'll see. But yes, this is the idea for now. Having the bridges ramp around and come across and merge down. That way they don't have to go all the way throughout here, make a U-turn, come all the way around especially and come across. They could just go through here and just divide into the traffic evenly. It's so nice, like this. But also, yes, just come across. The last thing that we need to do is figure out where it's going to connect onto this bridge here. Because this will have to probably go away, but I'm thinking about making this another exit. Just for this road in general. I don't think I'll connect this portion to this portion. That'll be completely separated. Because they'll have this exit over here, which they can take, wrap around through here and come down through here. But that could be a future problem. And we'll see if it becomes an issue about people wanting to come through here. But yeah, that's the idea. Let's get into it. Okay, so we're back again. I can't say completed. This part over here, it's giving me some issues. This space over here, this ramp here, it goes down a little bit too drastically, which is not to my liking, if I'm being honest. I've tried different methods. I can work around this. It's just that this thing here is the main issue, or the culprit to my problem. I tried increasing the ramp height. That way it seems more, you know, linear, but something about this pillar here is really making it just not feel right. I've tried increasing or decreasing the slope itself. I guess the last thing I haven't tried is moving the pillar itself, which I should actually try to do, but then it leaves a whole gap between here, but I guess that'll be something I have to work on later. Next that I have to work on, I removed every connection to downtown that the cars used, so I'm gonna have to make a new exit, which means I'm thinking about placing it here by this pedestrian bridge. So I might move this pedestrian bridge, or maybe push it off to the side, or either that or somewhere between here. This might be a good spot just to place the bridge, but it wouldn't be a good spot for clearance, as to come onto this road there's less than a quarter of a mile to get onto here. So I might have to put either this one, actually would make more sense. It doesn't really cut straight through as well. So Rosewood Street, you're gonna be the one that cuts across here. I'm gonna bridge it across. I'll mess up my topography or my landscaping a little bit just for the be place here, but this could work. I'm gonna have to put the road alongside here on the outside where this road will connect from. This is a dead-end road that's gonna merge from here and down here, which will take place probably from this road. I'll probably grab this road and wrap it around. Between here, I might replace this with industry for later, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's the main idea. We're gonna try to make this bridge here from Roosevelt Street, or Rosewood Street, and then we should be finished. I will try to mess with this at the end a bit just to see if it goes through, but I'll report on that later. And here, we will figure this one out. We could probably try to figure this one out now, but I have a feeling that I can't put this one here until I get the industry down. So we're gonna save this portion for later and see what it does, or see what happens. But yeah, for now, we're gonna work on this portion. And here we have the final product. Honestly, I really like how this turned out. It's very cozy in here, not gonna lie. It's one of those little places where you just see a nice little exit ramp. Almost hidden, but not really hidden kind of feel. Very compressed, and also coexisting with the other highway. It's relatively nice. I didn't connect the other side, but I'll get to that afterwards. But yes, this works perfectly. It connects to both sides. It connects to the outside. Only thing it's missing is I feel like it's missing something in the front, but we'll see how that turns out. The buildings are really nice over here. They'll compress this area, and over here again, possibly industrial, but I might continue the same building layout here. Let's just connect these 2 points for now. It's going to be sloppy for now until we get to the actual downtown area again. So this will mark the relative end video. Yes, thank you guys for stopping by. The video next week might be delayed for the next week after, but I'm not too sure yet, but we'll see. Yes, this is the end of this video. Let's speed it up here. And yes, they're taking the road. I didn't check for clearances yet, but I believe a truck can fit under this one. I've attempted to make a little bit of a clearance here. I just decreased the ramp on this one, or decreased the height on the bridge over here. The problem that I don't like about this game is the pillars don't spawn unless you're above 26 feet, which is kind of annoying. They disappear. So what you have to do is use anarchy and force elevation. Pillars will spawn below that. Like for instance, if you go at even 22 feet, 18 feet, pillars will spawn. However, they still can despawn if you use move it. So like over here, despawn, so I have to remake my own pillar here. But yeah, this works relatively well. And I really like how this turned out. Even over here, they're taking the roads. A little yield here. I honestly don't need to put a yield here. I could make 2 lanes. I might actually, let's do that here. 2 lanes merge might be a little bit easier on the travel here. I will have more size error, but this should be fine. I'm gonna wrap this out and pull this over here. And let's pull the highway in just so we can get more space alongside the outside. And we are now good. And yes, it works perfect. Julian's turn. Oh, I love this. Okay. Oh, with that being said, everybody, thank you guys for stopping by today. I appreciate the time that I have building these things and enjoy watching you guys. Oh, I can't watch you guys watch it, but enjoy doing this for you guys. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for subscribing. Join us on Twitch where we will continue to build this city. When I do off stream is I just detail. That's all I really do. I put buildings down on detail. I save specific subjects. Like this project here was kind of big. It would have been a big change for the city. So things like this I would save for a YouTube video. But yeah, off stream I like to build in infill the lands. But yeah. Thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate it. The next video will most likely be me building a new train yard, a new subway yard, because I do need more trains. I ran out of trains on this area. As you can see, there's no more trains parked up over here. So yes, that will be the next video. With that being said, take care everybody. I will see you guys again next time.